Greetings, programs. This is Wretch. Welcome back to Vampyr. And we are at the docks, guys. We are actually across from the Turquoise Turtle, where we met Dr. Swansea upstairs and actually had some of our first friendly faces. But before we head in there to try and figure out what's happened to Sean Hampton, you guys let me know in the comments that I actually had picked up another piece of lore, and we need to go ahead and give that a read. What did we have here? Torn off page of a diary. A crease and greased page, probably torn from a diary and thrown away. For looking away when they mock my color, I hate myself. For crying like a girl when they insult me, I hate myself. For swearing like a boy when they're gone, I hate myself. For hating my parents, I hate myself. For smiling when customers call me Sad Brina, I hate myself. For never finding the courage to tell Tom how I truly feel, I hate myself. Sabrina, oh, okay, gotcha. She works there in the Turquoise Turtle. Well, it seems like a good time as any to go ahead and say hello. And we also need to meet our vampire hunter here.
Not a drop of blood left in his body. This is the work of a vampire.
Good evening, sir. Have you witnessed any suspicious activity or strange events recently?
And what do you define as a strange event? More to the point, who are you?
My name is Ichabod Throgmorton, vampire hunter extraordinaire and warden of the East End.
A vampire hunter? Really?
I know what you're thinking. I'm just another lunatic howling at the moon, but I'm not. The bloodsuckers exist, and they're close.
Mr. Throgmorton, I'm Dr. Jonathan Reid. I'd like to hear more about these vampires you're hunting.
A man of science? Well, I'll be glad to enlighten you.
Oh, I can't wait.
So, how exactly are you protecting these people? I'm curious.
I patrol late at night, investigating anything unusual. I try and encourage people to stay indoors, but people are careless.
How do you identify a vampire?
It's simple, really. They can't stand daylight. They're afraid of garlic and holy symbols. They also cannot enter a house without being invited.
Have you ever killed one of these creatures? Yourself, I mean.
Of course I have. What kind of question is that? It's a dirty business, believe me.
Can I help in any way?
Actually, yes. I plan to put up posters to alert the population to the vampire threat.
Are you asking me to paste posters about vampires around the docks?
If you wouldn't mind. If you did that, then I can focus on my patrols.
Well, vampire hunter extraordinaire. New investigation.
What can you tell me about this neighborhood?
Did you hear about what happened to Jack Gillingham? Poor boy. It's a shame I wasn't around to protect him.
It's impossible to protect everyone. The violence seems endemic in this part of town.
But it's my duty. I am convinced Jack Gillingham was killed by a vampire. These evil rodents are spreading like a plague.
Well, he's not wrong. At least in that respect.
Have you heard of the Guard of Priwen?
Of course. They're dedicated hunters. A little militant for my taste, but they do let anyone join.
Were you ever tempted to join the Guard yourself?
I did think about it, but I'm more of a silent hunter. They're more of a sanitary militia.
So you hunt alone? That sounds risky.
Vampires are just like every other predator. They hunt when they're hungry and follow certain patterns. It's just a matter of observation and patience.
I think he's probably one of those people that you would underestimate. You know what I mean? You'd look at that 11th Doctor bow tie and how he acts, and you're like, okay, he's no threat. And then out of nowhere, he catches you off guard.
I'm looking for Sean Hampton. Can you help me, Mr. Throgmorton?
The sad saint? He should be at his night asylum at this hour, but I cannot tell you how to find it, sorry.
Really? Why is that?
It's nothing personal, Doctor. I'm sure your intentions are good, but people who sleep there, they have plenty of reasons to hide.
Maybe at least you can tell me who could help me find him.
Tell you what, go and chat with Tom Watts. He's a bartender and good judge of character. If he talks to you, then it's fine by me.
Fair enough.
I could make you tell me, but I respect your refusal. You really believe Sean is a saint, don't you?
All I will say is this. Gossip has it that when he was a child, he was molested. By a priest of all people. Funny thing is, though, it only strengthened his faith.
Well, that's... yeah, a new hint available. Now...
Do you need my medical attention, sir?
I appreciate your concern, but I'm perfectly fine, thank you.
Well, the folks here in the dock seem to be of a more hardy stock than Whitechapel.
Goodbye, and good hunting, Mr. Throgmorton.
Throgmorton. What a name. Alright, well, let's head into the turtle here. Hello.
I hope I live long enough to see them wet boot boys get
Ah, there's Dyson Delaney. We need to go ahead and treat him.
Good evening, sir.
Whatever.
Don't you recognize me? We met a few nights ago.
Don't take it personally. I spent a lot of energy forgetting what I did the night before.
Yes, you had definitely drunk too much then as well. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reid.
I'm Dyson Delaney. I'll try to remember you. This time.
Oh, well, thank you, sir.
What do you do for a living, Mr. Delaney?
I drink. I drink in the morning and at noon. I drink at night. And then I drink some more.
Why do you drink so much?
Maybe it's because I prefer dying slowly. Death can be so abrupt. Personally, I like to see mine coming at my own pace.
You sound very sad, sir.
That's because I am Doc.
Don't you work at all?
I'd love to, but I don't have the time. Didn't I tell you? Drink in the morning and at noon. I drink at night.
Now, this is a man with his priorities in order.
Is there anything in particular that you like about this part of town? Except for the cheap drinks, I mean.
How dare you say such a thing? I love this neighborhood. So friendly. So joyful.
So sarcastic.
No reason at all to rejoice, then? Life is hopeless and then we die, is that it?
Let me tell you a story.
Oh, yes, please.
All right. Go on.
A few years ago, when I believed a resolute man could change things around here for good, a tragedy occurred nearby.
What kind of tragedy?
It was a bomb. Bomb that exploded and killed many people. Metal and blood everywhere. Shouts, fire, broken window of the shoe shop, the torn street light.
You lost people you loved that day, didn't you?
I've lost everything. But you know what the worst part is? I don't even remember where it happened. I've drunk so much to forget it, and now I can't remember where it was. I can't pay my homage to the dead.
I'm sorry, Mr. Delaney.
It's okay. If you ever find the place, just leave a flower for me there. Even if you tell me where it is. I'm not sure I'd memorize it.
Tribute to the victims. Well, that's cool. I bet there's probably not a waypoint or anything. We're just going to have to find it.
Is there anything in particular that you like about this part of town? Except for the cheap drinks, I mean.
How dare you
Oh,
say...
whoops. I'd already done that. Sorry.
Surely you must have had dreams and expectations when you were young, like everybody else.
Sure. I wanted things to change. To really change, and to change for good. The bigger the dream, the harder the fall.
Sounds like you were an idealist, which is honorable.
No, sir. I was an anarchist, and I believed that exclusive property is a robbery in nature. I wanted a new world to rise from the ashes, Dr. Reid.
Are they stupid or something?
Do you really think the world is that bad?
No, I believe we all can choose to make it better. But most of us are too weak, too corrupt and too guilty. I failed for sure, but others will come.
I think I'm losing my mind.
So he's aware of, like, the chain. He's overcome with despair and depression.
I want to know more about your past as an anarchist, Dyson.
I'm still an anarchist, Doctor, make no mistake. I just reject violence as a tool to change the world, unlike my comrades.
Do you still see your comrades, then? Even if you don't agree with their methods anymore, I mean.
No. I hope they'll come to share my point of view one day. I'll raise my glass to that splendid idea.
I hope I live long enough to see them.
Do you believe in a bloodless revolution, then?
I do not believe in much anymore, Doctor. But I'll admit I like your idea of peaceful change. I like it a lot.
Well, fair enough.
I'm looking for Mr. Sean Hampton. Do you know where I could find him?
I really don't know. I heard he'd been abducted. I don't know if he's back.
Who could tell me, then?
About the sad saint? I'll try asking Tom what's about him.
Inebriation aside, do you need medical help?
Yes. I feel sicker than usual these days.
Well, I've got the medicine for you.
Take this, then. And perhaps you could try to slow down the alcohol intake, too.
Hey, Doc, you don't really want me to stop the only remedy I can afford.
Goodbye, Mr. Delaney.
I think I'm losing my mind.
Okay.
I should just run as far away from this place as I can.
Now let's go ahead and have a chat with her.
Be he cursed or not, he's
Evening, miss.
Well, I never. That's a first. Customers who make that much mess rarely come back. Never mind in fancy togs.
I'm much more myself than when we first met. By the way, I'm Jonathan, Dr. Jonathan Reid.
Welcome back to the Turquoise Turtle then, Doctor. I'm Sabrina Cavendish. How can I help you?
Well, we're going to get into some really interesting personal questions, but first, let's go ahead and break the ice.
What can you tell me about this area?
People don't appreciate that line of questioning round here. You best be more careful with what you say, sir.
You look concerned, Miss Cavendish.
This is a bad borough. Most people I know are afraid. Most locals will rob you blind, or worse. You best mind your step.
New hint available, okay?
So you and your friends all feel in danger? No exceptions?
Tom's the only exception I've come across until now. But he's not like everybody else.
I wonder why that is.
This place seems, how shall I put it, very colourful. I'm sure it has plenty of stories to tell.
We get people of all sorts here. It's that rare place in the docks where you can have a drink without being murdered. At least it's not happened yet.
Knock on wood.
So this bar is neutral territory, then?
Yeah. Tom's convinced this is something the locals need. No one ever draws a weapon here. That's one of the reasons I accepted the job.
Your boss must be quite the negotiator to force such an agreement.
Yeah. Tom's a great bloke. Mr. Hampton, who runs the night asylum, he's the only other man that's able to keep peace around here.
Ooh, we need to go ahead and... Yeah, about that.
Miss Cavendish, would you be willing to help me locate Sean Hampton?
You better ask Tom, sir.
Why not answer me directly?
We respect the privacy of our customers here, sir. Only Tom can decide who to speak to and what he'll say to them.
That's a lot of power.
Excuse my curiosity, but Where exactly are you from, Miss Cavendish?
Something bothering you? What, my name? Or my complexion?
Believe me, I never judge someone on their place of birth or the colour of their skin.
If that's true, you'd be one of the few not to make fun of me. Just you, Tom, Dyson, Miss Fishburne, and of course Mr. Hampton.
I'm sorry if I worried you. I was just curious to find out if you know this part of town well.
Nosy. My dad was a sailor from Bombay, and my mum was a maid born up in Glasgow. They got married in London. And here I am.
Half Indian, half Scottish. Wow. Ah, we're going to bring up the diary now, aren't we?
Sabrina, tell me about your true feelings for your boss.
I love Tom. Not ashamed of it. Don't care if the customers joke about it, neither.
Who's mocking you?
I mean, we're always together. People will talk, won't they?
Who cares?
Does Tom love you?
Yeah, but he's always reluctant to take it further. It's not because I'm younger, or because of the colour of my skin. He hates jokes about us.
Maybe because then Sabrina could be used as leverage against him, maybe?
Goodbye, Miss Cavendish.
Well, let's go ahead and have a chat with Tom then.
What with the epidemic, no one dares go outside.
Try and figure out this enigmatic fellow.
Good evening, Tom.
Good evening, sir. How are you tonight? Back to the docks, are we?
You remember me then?
Of course I do. You're that man who seemed so lost when he entered my bar a few nights ago.
Thank you for your hospitality. I'm Jonathan Reid, by the way.
I'm still Tom Watts. Welcome back, Doctor.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
It's not that bad. Thanks to people like the sad saint of the East End.
Who?
Sean Hampton, our own private holy figure. Few are foolish enough to make peace with the gangs. Sean is one of them.
So if he dies because he becomes a skull, it's going to destabilize this entire area.
How is it you can keep this place open? This part of town doesn't seem particularly safe.
Well, since everybody needs a drink, my pub is considered neutral ground by most groups.
Since I'm here, is there anything I can do?
Well, perhaps, Doctor. Peace partly depends on my stock of gin. With the epidemic, my supplies are running low.
How could a physician help you in this matter?
I have a small warehouse just past the quarantine line. Perhaps, with you being a doctor, you could go there and come back?
Doctors aren't immune to disease, you know. Very well. Show me where it is. I'll see what I can do.
Oh, thank you, sir. Here's the key to get in. You're about to save many dry throats.
By risking my own throat. Warehouse key. Shortage of essential product.
I see. So you get pressure from all sides about how this place should be run, do you?
Or something like that. Nothing that a few wise words and a bottle of gin can't solve.
You're something of a figurehead around here.
I'm only pouring alcohol for everyone to forget their troubles. Sean Hampton is the one giving them long-term hope.
He's just putting on the band-aid.
Why does your waitress feel in danger working on the docks?
This part of town is dangerous for all, but for women it's worse, as always. Sabrina is a brave girl, but she can't help feeling in danger.
Do you think she has good reason to feel this way? Are you not worried about her safety?
Of course I am. The truth is, she's tougher than me deep inside. She just has to learn to control it.
Sabrina seems very fond of you, Tom.
I like her too, I really do. I know I'm her boss, and I'm much older and all. But I like her, for sure.
What is bothering you, then?
Sabrina is an angry one. She wears it like a coat. I'm not sure I can make her shed that anger. It hurts to see her like that.
Okay, Tom just doesn't want to do any kind of maintenance.
Tom, I need to find Sean Hampton as quickly as possible. I've been told you could help me.
I heard the sad saint was recovering at Pembroke Hospital. Did he leave or something?
I believe he returned to his flock. Can you confirm that?
Oh, I bet you're right. Sean can't help but worry about the poor and sick. Oh, I guess it has something to do with what happened to him as a baby.
Please, tell me.
Well, I don't like to gossip, but I heard that the sad saint was abandoned as a baby in front of a Catholic orphanage in Dublin. It would explain his faith and need to help everyone.
Wow. Abandoned as a baby to a Catholic orphanage, molested by a priest. Sean has had a very tragic life.
The important thing is I find him. Quickly.
Why not try his night asylum? He takes care of those who need a meal or a roof there.
Where is it?
It's in an old warehouse, northwest of here. Just follow the bank to the west and go north when you reach the end of the pier.
Oh, thank you, Tom.
Goodbye, Mr. Watts.
Now, before we head that direction, though, I want to head up here to where Dr. Swansea was, talking to Lady Ashbury, and see if we can find any kind of interesting items that may have got left behind. Nope, never mind. Alright, we'll check the... Oh, it's right across from here, then. Well, we'll head back down, see if maybe there's a teleportation spot. And what is over here? More things to loot. Aluminum powder, shillings. Oh, Tom's office. I'm sure he doesn't need all of this. Anything? Nope.
Are they stupid or something? I've never even been to India.
Alright. That's cool. It leads all the way back up around.
So few clients. What with the epidemic, no one dares go outside.
So we'll use our Vampyro vision. Here's Ichabod, who's already at 2400 XP. So we'll make sure we don't run into anyone else that we don't want to. So he's over there in that warehouse that's covered in fog. I know we should probably follow Tom's directions, but I'm just wondering if there's a place that we can... Oh, yep. Yes, there is. The Western Docks.
Another disgusting ghoul did it, don't you think?
Whoa.
A freaking vampire, then.
I can't say, but whatever did this carefully avoided the arteries. We had found ourselves a bloody artist.
Seems like the guard of pre-was on Sean Hampton's trail, too.
Okay, well. Stealth didn't work out, apparently. Let's take care of your buddy. Whoa.
Burn it, boys! I'll send you to
Oh,
hell.
no, sir.
Die, vermin! Die, beast!
Wait for our ultimate to come back. Oh, it's going to be a bit, though.
I'll send you to hell. Crush the leech, boys!
So we're just gonna have a bunch of ads. I don't know, maybe that mask lets him see. Alright, almost. We're gonna keep on getting blood, at least, so... It's getting a little cindered. It's still good.
Die, beast!
Alright. Now it's just us, buddy.
Burn it, boys! Die, vermin!
And here in about 12 seconds, you are about to have a bad time.
I'll put an end to you!
Ready?
Die, beast! Crush the leech, boys!
Yep.
Die, vermin!
And there we go. Oh, how convenient. Go ahead and heal up. Get a withdrawal. And not a full withdrawal, but still. And looks like Sean's been busy. Said he avoided all the major arteries, though.
The wounds on this corpse are deep, the result of rabid rage. If this is Sean's doing, he's become a murderous beast.
117. Oh, okay. Never mind. That's where he's hanging out. And we got another hideout nearby. I believe this is where we're doing a lot of our running at the Blinker Skull when we were first embraced. Grease in a ring. Guess we'll just head around this way. Yeah, drag the guy in through this direction. Ooh, we got some rats. That's be good. Come here, guys. Thank you. Uno más.
I cannot enter.
Alright, maybe we have to go down this direction.
He's dead!
Level 22. Oh dear. Okay, well, we're just going to let the beastie leave him be, because that's a little bit out of our price range. Oh lord. And oh, we can't teleport when we're in combat. That's a shame. Well, guess we're gonna fight you in here. Let's do it. That's worth wasting an ultimate on, for sure. Whew. That wasn't nearly as difficult as I thought it was going to be. Alright, still exploring. This is where we were before. Spring and grease. We're going to be able to do a lot of stuff with springs and grease later in the game. See? Just tons of it. And I do want to go ahead and explore the rest of this. Just in case, you never know, right? Yeah, common trigger part in a bottle of alcohol. And the door has been unlocked. Just unlocking all the doors, aren't we? Okay. Well, I'll tell you what, guys. We're going to check these lockers, and I think this is going to be a good place to go ahead and end the episode. Right after we read this newspaper article. And actually, you know what? We'll save the newspaper article for the beginning of the next episode, and then we'll continue trying to track down Sean and see if maybe the sad saint can be saved. Hope you all have enjoyed it. If you liked the episode, please leave a like down below. Subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, that'd be a big help. And we'll see you next time. Later days, everyone.